Did you miss your deadline to renew your Medicaid coverage? You can still send your completed annual review form to Healthy Connections Medicaid. You may be assigned to another health plan, but you can ask to come back to First Choice within 60 days of renewed Medicaid eligibility. It's your family. It's your choice. First Choice is the right choice. Renew and choose us. Visit selecthealthofsc.com/renew to learn more.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Let's talk about love and marriage the way that God intended. Life experience, here we share it. The No Fruit Podcast. Tune in from any platform. No Fruit Podcast will help your spirit transform.
Hey peeps, how are y'all today?
Hello, everybody. What's up?
So Kafi, I got a question for you, right? And first I want to ask y'all, what is something that everyone looks stupid doing? And this comes to mind because I have been I've been going back and forth whether or not I want to talk about all my struggles with social media lately. I keep getting kicked off of Facebook for whatever reason. I can't log in. I can't do this, can't do that. Like, I don't know what it is. So I've been really struggling whether or not to stay on that platform or not. At least on Facebook. I'm okay with Instagram, but Facebook is just killing me right now. So, but as I go on, and because I'll be off for a couple of days and I'm finally back in and all that type of stuff. It's like, some of these things look really, really crazy sometimes. And one of the things I think people, and it's not stupid, but sometimes it just looks really odd now, and maybe because of age or whatever else, are some of these dances. Some of the dances for me,
The new ones or the old school ones that people are doing again?
Some of the new stuff. Because because I don't understand it, I guess. Like the older stuff, especially if you know where they originated from or the influence by it. So I'll give you an example. You already know that if someone starts off doing the kid and play, right? For us that are a part of that generation, we know where it's coming from, the movie, the song, the whatever, right? Even when someone says doing the butt, right? We understand the origin of the movie and the group and all that type of stuff. But some of these other dances, I guess because of age, as I'm stating, and just not understanding the origin, some things when people are doing it by themselves, to me they just look crazy. To me. What's your thoughts on something like that?
I think some of the dances, look a little off. And it's not, I think for me, a lot of the dances that people are doing, they're doing it just to get social media, just to be on social media. It's not because they're really doing it at the parties or at the club scene or wherever else. I think the dances that you're speaking of, like, legit, we was doing those joints.
Right,
You know what I mean? Right. Like, when the song came on, we were doing them.
Right.
When we were at a party, a house party, a club, a block party, or whatever, like, somebody was doing that joint.
Right.
You know what I mean? And everybody stopped to see it.
Right.
Because it was hot like that. So, it's just different. I think people are just doing it for those 15 seconds, and that's it. And they're not doing it for the whole song or whatever.
Because some of those, as you're talking, right? Like, can you even do some of these newer dances? Can you even do it for the whole chorus?
Let alone the whole song.
Right.
Now some of the ones that are on social media that are cultural, they'll break down. I'm like, goodness, this is never going to end.
Right.
But they're doing the
Right.
same steps.
Right.
Like, it's not switching up or whatever, or it's a full routine. Like, it's 5, 6, 7, 8, and then they go into it. So yeah, I understand what you're saying. Like, it just looks a little off. Maybe it's the people that are doing it. Like you said, maybe whoever developed the dance needs to do it, or we need to see the
Right, right.
original to kind of like, oh, now I get it.
Right.
But I can't say that for the dances that we came up with. Like, there's some on social media that kind of run through the 90s dances.
Right. Right.
And it's like, okay, yeah, I mean, then they put down what the song is. But like you said, they all originate. When somebody does the Roger Rabbit, when they do the Aunt Viv, when they do the Running Man, when they do,
The Aunt Viv.
whatever, those dances are, you kind of know what they are. And like you said, you can think of the song. You can think of the show that it came from.
Right.
When somebody does the Carlton, whatever it might be, you kind of can picture the originator.
The origin.
And laugh at it and get in with it,
Right,
type
right.
thing. So, but even with all of that, that still was stuff that we would do for a song. Like, or like you said, look, you could do the WAP for the whole chorus. You could do the Humpty
Cabbage
Dance,
Patch.
the Cabbage Patch, the Humpty Dance, whatever.
The Kid and Play.
All of those things, like,
Right.
You could last.
The Running Man. Roger, like you said, the Roger Rabbit. You could do any of those things really for the whole chorus.
Right.
At least the whole chorus.
Right.
And
And then,
even,
as I said to you before, I always joke, I'm like, you could do those dances with somebody else. They might not be in front of you, but they would come alongside of you. 2, 3 people could do the Running Man together.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just a little bit different now. Like,
Right.
I'm like you. Whether it's our age and we just don't get it, okay, I got you. It's whatever. And we've tried, or you've tried some of them, and
I mean, because, again, just trying to see if I can jump on some of the, the trends. And when I do it, just like, yo, nope. I don't, my body just doesn't want to go that direction.
But it's crazy because, like, I mean, our kids are not that old. They're, but we ask them, like, yo, show me how to do this. They're like, I don't know how to do that.
Right, right.
Well, do you know it? A little bit. I heard of it. Like, yo, so what do you do when you go to the parties? What do y'all do when y'all go to the clubs?
Right.
They were like, we listen to y'all music.
Now, what's funny, though, is, and I think I told you, about Little Reese, when I was playing some of my old school hip-hop songs, and he was like, yo, I really don't know hip-hop the way I should, huh? He's like, he said he prides himself on knowing the old school songs and realized he don't know.
No.
It's like a whole lot more that he's missing. So that, I just wanted to say that real quick. That part was funny.
And shout out happy, anniversary 50 years of hip hop. We love it.
Right.
It's what we grew up on. No, and I'm not going to say that I'm know all hip hop either. I think he knows things from what you've put out on some of your playlists.
Right.
But that's still not all of it.
Right.
So it's things that he kind of gravitated to or whatever.
I mean, right now he's listening to Ice Cube and the whole West Side stuff. I'm like, that's interesting. Like he was coming out his bedroom, rapping a song as he was about to go down the steps. I'm like, what are you singing? He's like, it's Ice Cube. I was like, oh wow, I haven't heard that song in like the longest time. So he's singing songs that I totally forgot about.
Right.
But he's learning. Right, he's learning. But the reality
it's not
is,
mumble rap, and I think that's the thing that our 2 kids just didn't gravitate to that.
No.
You know what I mean? Our daughter's for the dances, and again, when she goes to parties and stuff like that, that's different. But as for like knowing all the words,
right?
Yeah, no, that's more 90s songs that they kind of gravitate to, and.
But like you said, that's what we listen to also, or what I listen to, especially in the car.
Yeah, but again, like I'm asking them, hey, when you went to this party, when your college held this event, what kind of songs were y'all playing? And they were like, they're just playing, stuff from the 90s, stuff you playing in your car, stuff you have on your playlist.
Right.
You know what I mean? At their prom, both of them said, everybody got on the floor, Mom, when they played Poison.
Right, right.
I was like, what? They were like, yeah, it was like, it wasn't a whole lot of people dancing, but when Poison came on, everybody got into it. And everybody knew the words. Like, I'm like, oh, wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just different. But I can understand, the different dance trends and that people just look idiotic trying to get it done.
Now, how about yourself? Do you feel as though that there's anything that someone looks crazy doing when they're by themselves?
Not by themselves. I mean, when you first asked the question, the first thing came to my mind, people look crazy sneezing. I was like, I haven't seen anybody. It might sound cute, a little, or whatever. People who sneeze in threes. Like when I was in high school, this one girl sneezed in threes. Bless her heart, she would go, itch, itch. And then we would all just wait, like, because it's going to be a third one. Mm-hmm. And then as soon as the teacher would start to talk, it would just come out again. Itch. See, we told you, dude. Like, she sneezes in threes. Like, you got to wait for that third one. So, I mean, sneezing, just can't do it cute. Like, I mean, nobody looks good doing it.
Yeah, now that you said that.
Like, yeah.
I get whiplash sneezing sometimes.
And I'm so scared of sneezing in the car. Like, when you're driving.
What you going to hit your head on the steering wheel or something?
I mean, you close your eyes.
Oh, gosh.
You know what I mean? And then the kids were like, oh, you lose your, you stop breathing or whatever like that. Like, what happens if you sneeze and you stop breathing? Like. So,
Kafi, you going to hold your... Oh, gosh.
I don't hold my sneeze in. I'm just like, I try to come out of it real quick. Like, all right, come on, get back to it. You're driving. So, yeah.
I'm a loss for words.
So.
Because that's funny.
Yeah, so
I'm going to hold my sneeze for 18 and a half hours because I'm driving.
You don't drive 18 and a half hours.
But I'm just listening to your logic, though.
You get, you wiggle, and, try to not let it come out. But when you do, you're like, all right,
Can you, is that how you are when you're driving?
No, I just try to make it a quick little and keep it going, But when it's one of those real, this pollen season that we have this year has been really, really bad. I think because we don't have our masks on as much. We've had masks on for like 3 years. And this year.
And you know what's funny? Even just saying that, it almost looks weird now with people not having masks on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the more we go out, and I just see too much.
Yeah, so I'm ready to put my mask back on. I'm going to be honest. So I'm going to be one of them things where, the question is, what is something that everyone looks stupid doing? Well, it's not going to be everyone. It's going to be me.
Just what you're
I'm going to be looking stupid with the mask. I mean, I had on the mask the other day, maybe 2 weeks ago when we were really getting affected by that Canadian fire, right? For those of you who know, we're in the Philadelphia area, so we were getting hit. The whole eastern seaboard of United States was getting hit by that Canadian fire, and the remnants of that smoke and stuff. And I had worn my mask because I wasn't feeling the greatest. And so I can't tell you how many people were looking at me weird because I had a mask on. Well, guess what? I'm just going to live with that because it seems like if I go outside, all y'all dangerous. Y'all got cooties and everything else going on. Measles, mumps, tetanus, whatever. Like, it's just a whole lot of stuff going on out there. And I just want to be safe. So I want to be the stupid one, to be honest. And I'm okay with that.
I mean, I wore my mask that day as well. And I think the day after. We recently had to go to a healthcare provider. And I tend to wear my mask when I'm at the healthcare provider's office or whatever. Because I don't know why everybody else is coming in. So I grab a mask. When I go visit the hospital or the nursing home, I put a mask on.
Well, here's the thing. Like when we did have to go to the hospital the other day. One of our children had to be rushed to the emergency room, and Kafi had her mask on, right?
Yep.
And so the
whole time.
But here's what happened though, because I had my mask in my hand, but my mind was so caught up on other stuff. I never put my mask on.
I was gonna say something to you, especially when that lady over there was talking about she was coughing for the last week, and she said, "Since that fire, I've been coughing." Oh well, I don't know what you have, lady.
Yeah.
So you stay on the other side of the room,
She
and
like
I
that.
have my mask on.
When the lady was like, "I got bronchitis," like that.
And the lady had a mask on, but it was on by her chin.
I
So I
know,
don't know
right?
what she was protecting.
Yeah,
but
right.
no. Yeah. And folks, I mean, that still is my pet peeve. What's the point of wearing, like, if anybody looks like an idiot, you have the mask on and you only have it on your mouth.
Right.
You inhaling and exhaling through your nose.
Right.
So, what, when you speak, you don't spew
guess.
out anything?
I guess.
But, yeah, if you're going to get it, you inhaling everything. So, those are things that look, a little idiotic to me. Nobody looks good with their mask just on their chin because it's not a chin strap. That's the other part that just gets me crazy is just like, all right, to be smart, I used to wear mine on my head, like a headband. Like, hey, you want to wear yours on your chin? I'm going to wear mine on my head. So, but, yeah, just cover your nose and your mouth because that's the way it's supposed to be worn.
Please.
Yeah, it just looks idiotic just to have it on your mouth or just to have it on your chin. Yeah,
So, please share, things that you think people look crazy doing or whatever. I mean, again, that whole sneezing thing, yeah, I agree with that. Like that, some people kind of, I know myself, like, especially when I'm trying not to sneeze, and like it's like my whole face stops, like everything stops. So I could just imagine what I look like when I'm in suspended animation.
right.
I do, understand the people with the mask thing. That does look crazy, right? Like I said, these dances are crazy.
Yeah.
For me. But one other thing that I think that looks, I've been really paying attention to, especially when we went on vacation. People with Crocs and socks on the beach.
Crocs and socks.
That was the funniest, most craziest look I've ever seen.
There's some things that like look crazy initially, and then you see a lot of people do it, and it's just like you stop thinking it looks so crazy. Like I used to think the slides and the socks look crazy, but now
I mean, it's not that's not as crazy.
Not as crazy. It's still crazy.
It is. I mean, it can be, but people use the Crocs. Their slides as sneakers, in a lot of cases. But the Crocs and the socks, just as one guy, and maybe it was just as one guy, because his socks were, I don't know, they just were on another level. They look like crew socks, but they look like they were like in between crew and ankle. Like I can't explain it. Like it was in a weird space, and then the fact that the heel part was like on the back of the ankle. It was a very weird look. So, and I couldn't really tell Kafi and the kids when we saw that on the beach because it was when I was coming back.
We would have bust out laughing. We would not have been able to hold it.
I was coming back. I had to run to the room real quick, so I was on my way back, and I had seen that. But yeah, the Crocs and socks, that's a very interesting look for me. Sometimes me, because I do have a pair of Crocs. I think Crocs and my ashy feet look crazy, but it look nothing like them. What they crinkle socks, because they weren't ankle and they weren't crew. So crinkle socks with the heel at the ankle. Yeah, I mean that look weird. That look weird. So but let us know what you think that looks crazy on people. Because it's a whole lot of stuff going on out here. And I'm not knocking anyone's hustle.
Right.
I'm not knocking anyone's hustle. But some of the dances, especially when you're doing it by yourself, some of it looks very cringy. It does. It looks cringy. And you may need to reevaluate your special talents. I really would appreciate that.
Oh, goodness. Or give us a reference. I think if we kind of knew what you were trying to do, it might be a little more better received.
Yeah. Evaluate your special talents. Thank you very much for listening today.
Thank you so much, Maurice, for sharing.
You're welcome. Yeah, anything else you would like to share, Kyle?
No, that's it. I mean, I could think of there's a whole lot of things when it comes to attire that's just like cringy, but
When it comes to attire, like what? You talking about like people not want to wear slips and bras?
Oh my gosh, the
you
bras.
know, oh my gosh, like that's
I mean, I understand everybody's freedom, but I think freedom doesn't mean not wearing a bra. That's not freedom. Like, some things need to be
tamed.
Yeah,
and not be looking at you,
free. Some
and
things
not looking at you while you sitting in the restaurant,
or just dangling down and hanging, swinging from side to side. Just
right. It's like, yo, like,
not a good look.
Like, we are in a restaurant. You can't just tame them joints. You get what I mean?
Yeah. Or like your shorts so short, like when you sit down, I know all of it is touching the seat. I just, not a good look.
Right.
But yeah.
So those are things that are cringy.
Yeah.
To us, our opinion.
Mm-hmm.
These are the opinions of the Chisholms. Not saying they're right or wrong. This is just the way we are. So, thank you very much for listening today.
Now I have all that vision in my head.
I know your face looks crazy. So we're going to move on.
Mm-hmm.
Thank y'all very much for listening today.
Thank you.
And we will talk to y'all later.
This week's episode has come to an end. But the fun doesn't have to stop here. If you have any questions, suggestions, or feedback, head over right now to Twitter and Facebook and like, share, and get involved. Join us next time. Did you miss your deadline to renew your Medicaid coverage? You can still send your completed annual review form to Healthy Connections Medicaid. You may be assigned to another health plan, but you can ask to come back to First Choice within 60 days of renewed Medicaid eligibility. It's your family. It's your choice. First Choice is the right choice. Renew and choose us. Visit selecthealthofsc.com/renew to learn more.
Lucky Land Casino, asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.